All right, so get this right. Somebody sent in this like document, and it's all about how to become a citizen of Atlantis. That Atlantis.
Atlantis, yeah, of course, like right off the bat, that's total fantasy novel stuff, right? Not exactly something you'd think people would like actually aspire to. But when you dig into this document, it actually reveals some pretty deep human desires, stuff that I bet you've probably felt yourself at some point.
I'm definitely intrigued now. I mean, at first glance, it's giving very much secret society vibes, but then it goes on to list all these reasons why people would actually want to be part of it. And those reasons are surprisingly relatable.
Totally. It's not just about like escaping to this, awesome underwater city or whatever. This document is more like a roadmap to what people are really searching for, whether it's a mythical city or, something else entirely.
So for this deep dive, we're not going to try to, prove or disprove the existence of Atlantis.
Okay.
Instead, we're going to use this document as like a window into, human motivation, right? What does it tell us about what people really long for?
Exactly. And one of the first things that jumps out at you is this idea of creating a better world. It's a classic theme,
Okay.
You see it in everything from superhero stories to social movements.
Right, the whole making a difference thing.
Yeah.
But this document goes beyond just like a vague desire for, doing good. It specifically mentions a sacred brotherhood, which is kind of hinting at shared values. Right?
Yeah, this isn't just about any kind of better world, right? It's about a world that's built on very specific principles. They even say this brotherhood is not for the faint of heart, nor for those content with the mediocrity of the surface world. Like you can really sense this this desire for something deeper, something more meaningful than everyday life.
Which brings us to that existential itch they talk about. That feeling of, is this all there is? It's like the document is like speaking directly to those moments when you just like question everything.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. This document, it taps into those big questions that humans have been like wrestling with forever. Who am I? What's my purpose? What's the nature of reality? And here's where it gets really interesting. It implies that Atlantis has the answers.
So it's offering to reveal all the big answers, huh? But isn't that kind of a double-edged sword? What if those answers aren't what you expected?
That's a great point. It really makes you wonder if everyone seeking Atlantis is looking for the same kind of knowledge. The document even hints at this, talking about both ancient wisdom and advanced technologies. It's almost like there are two types of knowledge seekers drawn to this idea of Atlantis.
Okay, yeah, I like where this is going. So on the one hand, you have people who like crave that concrete knowledge, like maybe they're fascinated by Atlantean history or want to unlock the secrets of their technology.
Right, like they're searching for tangible proof or a missing piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
But then you have those who are after something more intangible, right? A spiritual understanding maybe,
Yeah.
or a connection to like a hidden truth or something like that.
Yeah, and the document even uses phrases like inner truths and mysteries of existence. It definitely speaks to that that yearning for something beyond, the everyday world. Makes me think of those historical figures, who devoted their lives to uncovering hidden knowledge, like whether it was alchemists searching for the philosopher's stone or explorers charting uncharted territories.
Exactly. It's that same impulse driving them, right? Even if the object of their search is totally different. So we're seeing it's not just about finding this, cool lost city. It's about finding meaning. It's about finding answers to those fundamental questions that, that kind of haunt us.
And this leads us to another intriguing aspect of this document.
Yeah.
The personal benefits it promises. It's not all, lofty ideals and grand mysteries. It also speaks to our desire for a better life. It even claims Atlanteans experience profound peace, balance, and a continuous journey of self-improvement.
Right. Who wouldn't want a little bit of that? But what's interesting here is they're not just talking about like individual enlightenment, right? The document really emphasizes connecting with like-minded people, forming a community on this shared path. It even goes so far as to say that true strength lies in unity in the collective pursuit of higher ideals.
So it's not just about uncovering these mysteries, but about how they impact our lives. It seems like they're appealing to our desire for both self-improvement and belonging. It's almost like you're saying, come to Atlantis and find your tribe, Find your people.
You got it. Humans are social creatures. We crave connection, and this document is tapping into that deep-seated need, suggesting that Atlantis offers not just knowledge and wisdom, but and also a supportive community of individuals striving for the same ideals. It paints this picture of a society where people can find their place, their purpose, and their people, all while working towards, a common goal.
So maybe Atlantis itself isn't the point. Maybe it's about what it represents,
Yeah.
right? Like it's a symbol for all these things that humans crave. Belonging, purpose, transcendence. It's like the ultimate
Okay.
utopia. But is it really attainable, Or is it just a cleverly crafted fantasy designed to appeal to our deepest desires?
That's the question, isn't it? And that's what we'll be exploring further as we delve deeper into this document.
Okay, now I'm really hooked. Let's unpack this some more.
I mean, think about it. This yearning for a better world, the search for meaning, the desire for connection. It's like these are themes that pop up everywhere, throughout history, across cultures.
Yeah, like we're all searching for our own version of Atlantis, right? Even if we don't, believe it's a real place.
Exactly. And that's why this document is so fascinating, right? It's not just about a mythical city. It's like a reflection of the human condition,
Yeah.
It's speaking to something universal.
And it's making me realize, just how many different ways people um, try to fulfill these longings.
Hmm.
We have religions, political movements, social groups, self-help gurus, even online fandoms.
And each of these, in their own way, right, they offer a version of that better world or that sense of belonging that we crave. They give us a framework for understanding the world, a community of like-minded people, and a path toward, personal growth.
It's like we're hardwired to seek these things out. It's in our DNA.
Absolutely. It's deeply ingrained in our nature. We're social creatures, and we have this need for meaning, for purpose. We want to feel connected to something larger than ourselves, something that gives our lives significance.
And it's not just about passively joining something. This document even mentions the importance of self-improvement, right?
Mm.
As a qualification for Atlantean citizenship.
Yeah.
It's not just about, joining a club. It's about actively working on your health, becoming the best version of you.
That's a key point. It suggests that the journey to Atlantis or to any idealized state really is also a journey of self-discovery, of personal growth, right? It's about evolving, expanding your consciousness, and reaching your full potential.
Which makes me think maybe the real treasure isn't Atlantis itself. Maybe it's the transformation you undergo along the way, the journey, not the destination, as they say.
That's a beautiful way to put it. The pursuit of something greater than ourselves can be a powerful catalyst for personal change, right? It pushes us to confront our limitations, overcome our fears, and strive for something more.
But how do we apply this to our own lives? I mean, we're not all going to pack our bags and set sail for a mythical city. So what does this all mean for us, the non-Atlanteans of the world?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If we connect this back to the bigger picture, I think it reminds us that we all have these longings within us, right? Whether we're consciously aware of them or not, and recognizing these longings, I think that can be the first step towards fulfilling them.
So instead of looking for a lost city, maybe we should be looking inward.
Perhaps, but even more than that, I think it encourages us to be more mindful of the ways we seek to fulfill these longings, right? What groups do we join? What beliefs do we embrace? What values do we prioritize?
Yeah, it's like a call to be more intentional about the paths we choose, right? To make sure they align with our deepest values, our aspirations.
Precisely, because ultimately, right, whether it's Atlantis or some other idealized state, the journey is really about becoming the best versions of ourselves, right, and contributing to a world that reflects those ideals.
Okay, that makes sense. But this document also mentions something that I found a bit, exclusive.
You're talking about the emphasis on quality over quantity when it comes to potential Atlanteans.
Yes, it's like they're saying, we're not looking for just anyone. We're looking for the right kind of people, But who gets to decide what the right kind is?
That's a valid point. It definitely raises some some questions about elitism and who gets to define these ideals. The document actually states that true Atlanteans are those who possess a burning desire for knowledge, a compassionate heart, and an unyielding commitment to truth and justice.
So it's not just about, personal development. It's also about a commitment to certain values, right?
Hmm.
And those values are, they're pretty specific. It almost makes you wonder, like, if this utopia is as inclusive as it claims to be.
It's a good point, and it's something to think about, especially when we consider the many ways these ideals could be interpreted and applied. Because even with the best intentions, who's to say that one person's idea of truth and justice aligns perfectly with another's?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And it's something we should all keep in mind, whether we're talking about a mythical city or the real world.
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, it's up to each of us to define our own values, right? And to strive to live in a way that reflects them.
So even if we never find Atlantis, maybe the real journey is about discovering what those values are, right?
Yeah.
And how we can embody them in our own lives.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the final thought-provoking question this document poses. So this document says, to even be considered, right, as a potential citizen of Atlantis, you gotta prioritize quality over quantity in your life.
Yeah, it's like it's throwing down a challenge. Okay, you've shown us this glimpse of what a better world could look like. Now, what are we going to do
Because
about it?
it's not enough to just, dream of a utopia, right? You got to actually put in the work, the effort to make it a reality. Starting with yourself. Remember, they specifically said a burning desire for knowledge, a compassionate heart, and an unyielding commitment to truth and justice.
It's funny. We started this whole deep dive thinking about like a mythical city, and we ended up talking about the very essence of like human nature and the pursuit of a better world.
That's the beauty of exploring, seemingly fantastical ideas. They can actually lead us back to some pretty fundamental truths about ourselves and the world around us by looking at what we long for, right? Even if it's something as out there as Atlantis, we can learn a lot about what truly matters.
So we didn't like solve the mystery of Atlantis, but we did uncover some pretty profound insights, I think, about human desires and motivations. And who knows, maybe that's even more valuable than finding some lost city.
I think you're right. Ultimately, the search for Atlantis might just be like a metaphor, for our own individual journeys of growth, self-discovery, and the pursuit of a life filled with purpose and meaning.
And on that note, we want to hear from you. The document we've been talking about, right? This is the Becoming an Atlantean is all about quality over quantity. What do you think are the most important qualities someone would need to, live a life that truly reflects those ideals? Let us know. And we'll see you next time for another deep dive.